wax the national champions.
And
so
there you go. It took Cortez.
I'm saying it makes Georgia the national champion, doesn't it?
It took
a lot of
WWE title lineage.
The light bulb had to come on.
But if Georgia don't get waxed by LSU, then the SEC championship game legit would have been a seeding game because both of them would have got in.
Yeah.
Because Georgia would have had one loss and Alabama would have had none. If Georgia's other loss would have been to Alabama, if Georgia's the loss would have been to Alabama, then bam, Georgia would have been in.
Right, they're in.
Yeah, they would have been in if their only loss would have been to Alabama in the championship game. They would have been in, and then Alabama would have been the 1 seed, and then you would have got Georgia. But then I think they would have put Georgia at 3 just so you didn't get
you didn't get the rematch in the first round.
You didn't get it in the first round. But I don't.
And really, Clemson and Georgia is a fun matchup on paper, anyway.
Oh yeah, but I don't think Georgia had a case, but they didn't because of the LSU loss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I would argue that losing the SEC is more impressive than winning the Big 12.
Yeah, but they had their chance to get in.
They did.
I'm with you. Perfect chance to get in. They had Alabama, and then you went on 4th and 11 with a fake punt. I can't.
I do think it's important to note, though, that if Alabama lost that game, Alabama would have been the 4th seed.
Yeah, Alabama would have been.
So the only person that had anything to lose in that match was Georgia.
Yeah. And Georgia had their chance to be in it and to be in the playoffs, and they blew it.
But as someone was saying, they did all this tweeting and said we didn't make it,
and then they got their behinds whooped by. You knew that game was going to go bad from Georgia when that bull attacked the poor Bulldog.
Texas 28, Georgia 21.
Yes, but you knew the game was going to go bad when that poor Bulldog got the poop scared out of it by that big, gigantic steer. Did you see it?
I did.
I didn't see it.
You did not see the video.
I did not.
They tried to take Uga over to take a picture with Bevo. Bevo popped out of his cage and went and tried to gore the poor Bulldog. Uga ran. And I'm talking ran. Fast.
Now they got PETA on their asses.
Yeah. Now PETA's like, we shouldn't have live things. No, you shouldn't put a bulldog in front of a bull. That's stupid. Do you know what the bulldog is designed for? You do know you know what bulldogs were for originally, right? Bulldogs were bred to grab a bull by the snout and to yank it down. That's what bulldogs were made for. And you put a bull wearing a red sweater. What do we learn about bulls in red? They attack red.
Yep.
Okay, let's put this bulldog with the red sweater in front of a big giant bull in the middle of a football field, and let's see if anything can go wrong. Yeah, it went wrong.
Wow.
It went really
wrong. When you put it that way, maybe you should have been there. You could have told him it was a bad idea.
Well, I knew it was a bad idea anyway, but trying to tell people from Georgia or Texas anything is just hard to do anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't have told. There it is. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Charged up with
Yeah, it was not good at all. It was not good. They were like, hey, let's be smart and take this bulldog who literally bites bulls on the nose and tries to yank them down. Oh, God, not smart at all. The poor dog.
Any other games you want to talk about? The Washington-Ohio State game. That one was 28-23.
It didn't get good until the end. Urban Meyer looked like he was about to have another stroke.
I'm so over Urban Meyer. I'm so over Washington quarterback controversies.
Oh, terrible.
Can we just put this stuff to rest?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. About as much as the fight was in the national champs against LSU. Well, we were down our other quarterback.
We didn't have our quarterback, guys.
I know, we didn't have it. Why couldn't Milton play?
Listen, man, I'm from Central Florida, but when I go out there and I saw that national championship banner hanging up for like months, I'm just like.
Did you see the video Chauncey Gardner put out there afterwards? Chauncey Gardner put a video of him driving by the national And he was like, "Get this shit out of here."
I would be so embarrassed having to walk past that every day. Like, it would just give me douche chills.
I'm just like,
what is this?
Yes. And I'm like, okay.
And the thing is, they wear the shirts proudly.
No, you shouldn't do that, ever.
But they wear them proudly.
It's like a kick me sign.
We are national champions of what? Life?
Let me tell you about Orlando marketing scheme, including this one.
They are the Butch Jones of a whole football team.
So they butchered this
You got that one, Matt.
Yeah, so that one's bad.
They are champions
Even
of life.
for basketball, Nikola Vucevic having a heck of a season.
Wow.
His theme is, and Orlando Magic marketing department somehow came up with this brilliant idea: don't vote for Vooch, wink face.
Don't vote for
Vooch.
That's, man.
Really?
It's like one of those ironic internet things where, like, they expect kids to be like, well, now I have to vote for him.
Yeah, now I have to vote for him. No, it's like, listen, Orlando this was the same marketing department that put up Shelvin Matt, who led the team in assists 2 years ago with 3.1 assists per game. Man. And NBA Twitter just have a field day on it. So Orlando marketing departments need a lot of work.
There you go. Watch the bulldog. He sits in front of the horn, and here comes the bull tries to gourd him.
You see the dog? The dog was like,
the dog's like, I'm out. Y'all are idiots.
Come get some. Oh, I'm kidding.
Right.
Scat.
The dog's like, screw y'all. And we're going to.
It was like UCF when Florida came calling.
Exactly.
We'll give you a game.
We're out.
No, that's okay, guys.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Exactly.
And then you had the Citrus Bowl game that Matt probably don't want to talk about.
I'm sorry, what game?
The Citrus Bowl game.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, see, that one. Never heard of it.
I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, I don't think James Franklin's a very good coach. It's hard for me to watch my alma mater fail so hard. Look, Kentucky's a really good team.
Yep.
But it just feels like consistently we have some of the worst coaching calls I've ever seen in key moments of games. Like the Ohio State loss. Game we were winning by 14 with 8 minutes left. And James Franklin's calling a running play on 4th and 5 with like 45 seconds left.
I didn't get
And they called a timeout before that. You called a timeout to call a running play on 4th and 5?
Yeah, I didn't get that one at all.
He's an excellent recruiter. Like, Penn State has been in it since he got there because his recruiting classes are so great. Like, who else was recruiting Trace McSorley? He was recruiting him when he was still at Vanderbilt. He was recruiting him.
Wow.
But he is a terrible coach. He's just not very good at game management. It's like the curse of Andy Reid, but projected upon Pennsylvania College.
And McSorley got hurt in that game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one part in it where he was limping, and I was like, man, because I watched the tail end.
He was limping around, and then they had him on the sideline. And then he kept bitching at Franklin to go back in the game, and eventually they let him back in.
Yeah, because I was watching the tail end of the national championship game, and then I switched it over to.
My fire since the day of the game has subsided quite a bit, but I still feel like, how do you move forward with a coach that can never win a big game? He's like Jim Harbaugh's son.
Oh, Jim Harbaugh.
He's the second coming of Jim Harbaugh. Did you ever win a game that means anything?
He's Jim Harbaugh Jr.?
Oh,
it's what, the second or third straight year we've been in the top 10 until midseason when we play Ohio State, when we play Michigan, when we play Michigan State. And he can't beat any of the three of them. He can't beat them at all.
I know that gotta drive you nuts, man.
Frustrating. And then we got our basketball coach shoving players.
Did y'all hire Bobby Knight?
Oh, jeez.
Might as well be, right?
Might as well be. Is he throwing chairs? As long as he's not throwing chairs.
Not on camera.
Not on camera. Okay. Did he choke anyone?
Just our title hopes.
Oh, there you go.
Although Penn State's title hopes were what? They were over the day before the season started anyway.
No, basketball? Probably.
Yeah.
All right. The big matchup. Monday, January 7th, Clemson at Alabama.
In the middle of Santa Clara, California.
Oh, yeah, they do these games.
Here's what kills me.
That stadium sucks, too, by the way.
Here's what kills me about college football and their playoff things and everything. You see the teams you've got in your top four, right?
Yep.
Whose brilliant idea was it to go, all these people are East Coast teams. Let's take this game and put it all the way on the godforsaken West Coast.
And this was a choice, too, wasn't it? Because Santa Clara doesn't have a normal bowl game, so it's not like a rotating game.
No.
They chose to put it there.
Exactly. Whose ingenious idea was it to put this game on the West Coast? You had no West Coast teams that are even in the top four.
It's an 8 p.m. Eastern game, too.
Yep.
So it's going to be 5 o'clock in the afternoon there. The sun's going to be baking half the stadium like an open brick oven pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be torching one half of the stadium for the whole game. They can't see anything.
And there is zero interest in this game on that coast. None of them care.
And they still don't even know why San Jose State's not in it.
Exactly. Or USC, the reason they're not playing in the Rose Bowl. Or why UCLA isn't good anymore. They don't care over there about this game.
We know why UCLA is not good anymore.
Exactly. But these two teams usually, you're making them travel from all the way to one side just to go all the way to the other to go watch a game at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Bit ridiculous.
It's terrible. It made no sense to me whatsoever. It's stupid.
I'm going Alabama.
Of course you are. After all that bitching I just did about the stadium, you just went Alabama. Who else is going to go Alabama?
I'm not. I don't know. I can see Clemson winning this game.
It's going to be a close game. There ain't going to be no blowout like those.
There's only one.
There's no semblance of home field advantage for either team.
No, none at all. None at all. Even though Alabama travels when it's convenient for them.
Yeah.
So does Clemson. But I just think it's Nick Saban against a freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
That's.
But that freshman quarterback is Sunshine Bass.
Oh, God, I knew that was coming. God, I knew that was coming. No, you don't know me and Matt's.
What's y'all inside joke here?
Me and Matt's Facebook Messenger is just full of.
He looks like Ronnie Sunshine Bass.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's why
it's sunshine.
It's sunshine. Yeah.
It's sunshine.
I thought the same. Like that dude like sunshine, man.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I think Alabama wins. I can see Clemson win it just because their defense is so good. They got four guys.
Defense is so good.
Yep, they got.
But this is the best Alabama offense we've ever seen.
Oh God, yeah. This Alabama offense usually it relied on a heavy dose of the running game, but now they air the ball out.
I think they enjoyed that smacking around Kyler Murray. They did. They look like they enjoyed that very much for Tua before he didn't get the Heisman.
Oh, well, they did.
They enjoyed every second of that.
They did. But Kyler Murray, to me, he was shell-shocked for the whole first half.
He was, yeah.
And then he kicked in to realize that he was like, oh, crap.
Kyler Murray is 5'8",
exactly.
And 170 pounds.
Yeah.
This isn't Russell Wilson stomping out there. This is a guy who's smaller than every single player on Alabama's defense.
Yeah,
exactly.
And his
decision, considerably smaller,
including the defensive coordinator.
And his decision to play baseball just got made a hell of a lot easier.
Well, it's smart. He's smart to go play baseball.
Well, how much they get paid over there to play baseball versus football?
Oh yeah,
his guarantee on his bonus is $4.5 million.
Yeah,
so
he's already got.
If somebody drafts him in the first round, he's playing football because they'll make considerably more money.
Yeah. Cash in the.
But he's not going to be a first round pick. He's too small.
No, he's too small.
Baseball though, go get your money, man.
Yeah, go have fun.
Go get your money, man.
Go play a few years minor league somewhere.
Man.
Do you think anything changes if this was an 8-team format instead of a 4?
Yes. Because I think there's a lot of hot teams right now that if it were an 8-team playoff, that
you'd have to win 2 games just to get there too.
Yeah, that I think with a lot of, if you put in a lot of different teams into the 8 game,
who would your 8 teams be?
What, right now?
Well, before the games. Let's assume that the games hadn't been played yet.
Okay, let's go. Before the games, I would have had Alabama, Clemson, of course.
Yeah,
you're putting Alabama in twice.
The top four would have been it. You could have put Alabama. You could take their second team.
That was the joke.
Yeah, they could have taken their second team and beat Notre Dame. So, but it would have been the 4 teams that were in then.
Okay.
And before the game, I would have put Georgia in.
All right.
Georgia would have been in. Ohio State would have been in. I wouldn't have put Michigan in.
No,
I don't think I even could have put Michigan in. So what, I got 6 in right now?
Yeah.
I would have put UCF in just to see them.
Yeah, I was waiting for
I'd have put UCF in just to see them get white waxed by somebody. But the 8th team, I don't know who I would have put in.
We talked about this personally.